Hello, everybody. This is Brian Terry with the Conservative Covered Calls Trading Group, and I wanted to do a quick video on my dividend capture strategy. So in April, I was able to collect dividends on 11 stocks that I traded, and all 11 the stocks have actually been assigned away or exercised away. And in terms of income from those trades, it accounted for 23% of my overall portfolio return. And the net return on average of those 11 trades was 0.61% return on risk per trade. And here's a list of the trades that I made. And you can see they range anywhere from a 0.95% return down to a 0.3% in that month. And these were all captured. The dividends were captured in one day, and the stocks either went away that week or the week after. So in terms of the process that I go through to look for dividend trades, I use a website called marketbeat.com. It's a free website. There's others out there, but this is the one that I tend to like. And I attached the link, marketbeat.com, dividends, ex-dividends date list. And what that website will show you is all of the stocks and mutual funds that have dividends in that particular week, how much the dividend is, and what is the annualized rate of return. So I go through the list and look for stocks that pay a dividend of at least 1.5% annualized. And then I'll create a list of ones that need further investigation. I will avoid any stocks that either I've never heard of or I'm not familiar with. And then once I've weeded that out, I review the fundamentals of the company and I review the chart to make sure it's in a nice uptrend. And then again, I always avoid stocks that don't offer weekly options, or if that stock has earnings coming up within 30 days. So what I will do, once I have that list kind of narrowed down, I will go through the option chains of each of those stocks and see how far in the money I can go and still have a high probability of collecting the dividend. And then I will add those trades to my spreadsheet, which will tell me what is the one-day rate of return if I'm exercised early, or what is my net return, including the dividend during that period of time. So then I will put, the highest or the best potential setups on my spreadsheet for the particular week. And then I personally don't enter the trade until one day prior to the ex-dividend date. And I usually enter the trade at about 2 o'clock. And the reason for that is I want to make sure that the stock doesn't move dramatically before it goes ex-dividend. So the other question is what's coming up this week. So I just listed 4 that were pretty interesting. Johnson & Johnson pays $1.02 per share, 2.61%. International Paper, Corning, and Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin pays $2.30 per share dividend, which comes up to a 2.55% annualized rate of return, or a 0.64 for one day if you put the trade on a day ahead of time. And then, so I just wanted to show you how I would look at the numbers on a particular stock. So I chose Lockheed Martin. So Lockheed Martin closed the week at $387.22. It goes ex-dividend on 5/28 and pays a dividend of $2.60. So I would be looking at the 5/28 option chain first, and then I go down the list to see how far I can go in the money and still have a high probability of collecting the dividend. So the 385 strike meets that criteria right now, and that would pay us a 0.71% return in one day without the dividend, and 1.4 including the dividend. So that's kind of the ideal kind of setup. The takeaways, I think the dividend capture strategy is an excellent way to capture dividend um, for income. It is important to screen out the stocks that don't really make good dividend trades. One thing that I would always say is don't chase super high dividend percentages, and do your homework in terms of vetting out the stock. And you also need to be willing to hold this stock for a few weeks if you don't get exercised away in the first week. I hope this has been helpful. Again, I post all my dividend capture trades in real time in our trading group, conservativecovercalls.com. I also post some of the dividend trades in our Cover Call Facebook page. And, um, and if you do have any questions, I can be reached at conservativecalls@gmail.com. I hope this has been helpful for you. And again, if you have any questions or feedback, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Thanks a lot.